What's it like to live with a Nissan Z, a two-door sports car, when maybe you can't afford a two-car garage or you don't have enough space for something like a GX? You know, scrap the GX, I'd rather take a Nissan Armada or a QX80 over that thing. But if you only have one car, today we're gonna show you what it's like to live with a Nissan Z two-door sports car. And this is kind of in line with my good friend Miles over at Miles Per Hour. A lot of you guys asked me to do the same sort of template, same sort of content, where I give you hands-on daily life, what's it like to live with, and I think this is a good opportunity to go ahead and do that with the Nissan Z. This is actually the coldest day in Florida this year. It's like maybe like upper 40s right now. What does the Z say? 50 degrees. It's cracked 50 degrees now, and it's windy, so it feels a lot colder than what it is. But we're gonna go to Costco. We're gonna get money out of the bank. We gotta pay some tennis coaches, you know, for the kids. We got to maybe stop by Starbucks as well. If you want me to keep doing content like this, what's it like to live with, definitely comment down below, but time's wasting. We got to go ahead and get that money out of the bank first and foremost. Love the manual handbrake in the Z. You can get this as an automatic, and I think that's an awesome option for people who want to daily drive the Nissan Z. The 9-speed auto is a lot faster than the manual. It's just not quite as fun, not quite as engaging, not quite as visceral. What is the Nissan Z like to drive with? You know, they're doing construction on my street. There's lots of loose gravel, even in the NISMO. It's more apparent in the NISMO, the one that has more power, that doesn't have a manual yet. The NISMO will get a manual. Anyways, the NISMO, the tires are stickier. All right, and maybe you want to put stickier tires on this vehicle, but you know, I do lack for traction at times in the Z, but it does kick up a lot of debris in the wheel well. So if you're like, all you care about is a silent, quiet experience, this is not the car for you. It's not like the Z is loud. It's just that, you know, you have your moments of loud rocks kicking up into the fenders. The engine is actually really quiet here in the manual, unless you're full on pedal down. So it's gonna be a very quiet experience overall for daily driving. And the auto rev matching downshifts, which is not a given nowadays. Like Subaru does not offer auto rev matching downshifts. It just makes it for an easier to live with sort of vehicle. Let's accelerate here after this Mitsubishi Fuso truck gets by us. Tires are cold. Oh man. Good thing we had traction control. Okay, traction control is good so you don't die, you know. If you don't have a perfectly tuned foot. I do not, so I do appreciate modern technology like traction control. All right, this is something that's better. I just drove the Supra a couple months ago at Sonoma. The Supra's like windows end here. I feel like I'm like super claustrophobic in the Supra, not so much here, and in fact I think the seats are better here. But like the Supra, it does have really nice ride quality. Really nice ride quality. Sounds good when you decide to put the hammer down. And you know, I have these big raised forged wheels, and sometimes when you get skinnier rubber, large wheels, your ride quality is not very good, or the road noise is oppressive. That's not the Z. The Z is actually a great touring vehicle. Let's go ahead and spray our windshield real quick. It's a great touring vehicle. It's really, really, really comfortable. Overall, pretty quiet as well. It's a nice QX80 right there, looking sick. Now, in terms of ergonomics, it's absolutely perfect. Huge volume knob right here. Now, I can still use volume buttons up here, which are a little touch capacitive, but I have a scroll wheel here to adjust the information, buttons to adjust the information, getting 21 miles per gallon. Depending on your driving, you might see somewhere around that's 21 miles per gallon over the last 1,000 miles. The touchscreen, like I said, is fine. It's perfect location. I love the gauges here. The rotary dial is a great spot. You know, if you choose to plug in your phone, you can. I believe there's a wireless charger down here as well. I like wired charging, but you can just snake the USB cord around the shifter, which is great. I have heated seats here too. The cup holders, I brought a can of a club soda here. Not sponsored by Waterloo, but they're freaking delicious. And that's the thing, like you have this adjustable armrest here that it's kind of awkward. But thank God it's soft as heck. It's really, really nice to be like your springboard for your, you know, your elbow pivot for your manual transmission. So it's really nice. And even when it's in the back position, it's in a pretty good spot too. All right, so like that adjustable armrest. But, you know, I love driving the Z, but what's it like to live with outside the things I just mentioned? Well, let's go to the ATM and find out. ATM, moment of truth. Is it too high? We got the parking sensors chirping at me. I think this is actually fine. I was worried that this was going to be way too high. So now I can just pull out money, no problem. I'm sure you guys are loving, can't wait to see my PIN number too. Making it rain. Awesome. That's crazy, you know. Oh, I'm getting a call from the wife. All right. It's great to also have a handed auto here. Hey, love. Okay, Gigi's got an ear infection. Okay, where's her medicine pickup? Okay, yeah. Where I typically get ice cream. Okay, I just picked up the money from the ATM. Do you know ATMs, like, I don't know, maybe I'm living under a rock, but like, they're like, hey, you can pull out in $5 and $1 denominations too. So I got exactly the number we needed for the tennis coach.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that crazy? I thought it was all like, you know, 20s were the smallest, but hey, times have changed. Yeah. What about the radio station? What does Shania have to say about the tunes here? Well, the system gets really loud, and you know, I do have quite a big blind spots in here. Now that I've been driving this for a little bit, I forget about the blind spots and coupes. Okay, the Supra has about worse visibility, like I mentioned. I do a blind spot monitor, so that is a huge help. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the sound system gets really loud, but it doesn't sound that great. The BOSE, yeah, I see the BOSE icon right here. So the BOSE is just, it gets crazy loud, but it sounds like a tin can. There's just no depth, and that's with the bass turned up too. There's just no depth to the sound. That's a bit of a bummer. Now maybe you guys don't care because you'd rather listen to the V6 and listen to how the motor is behaving. I get it, but yeah, if you're looking for a an elite sound system, this is not it. I did have also a Maserati on my tail earlier. I don't know if it's just because it's a Maserati driver or if it's because it's a Z, and the Z is going to get attention. It might trigger some people because it's a cool car. All right, so that might be something you guys have to worry about. You're going to get a lot of attention in this car. I hardly ever see Zs. And yeah, I see far more Corvettes. There's a C8 right here. Okay, I'm gonna get behind it. I see far more. He's probably like, oh gosh, he wants to race me. I'm not gonna race you, Mr. Corvette, but that's something to keep in mind. Like, I'm not like it. I feel like I have a target on my back, not necessarily to race other cars, but because there's just so few Zs out there. I think I was driving a NISMO last year, and a guy rolled down his window to stop. He's like, what is that? And, you know, you gotta explain, you gotta educate the folks. That's why I'm on YouTube. So here we go, a little moment of truth. You know, the Z's low. What's it like driving in parking lots? We'll find out even more when it's in the extremely hostile, Costco parking lot. So now we're doing the Starbucks line. Is it going to be easy for them to reach me and vice versa when they give me the drink? That's what we're going to find out. And there is a line, so let's cut to the next scene. Good thing I can disable the speakers for the proxy centers. That is nifty. Let me know if you guys also get frustrated when you're in the drive-through line and you can't quite pull up to the speaker because the line's backed up, but the speaker's just waiting for your order to be taken by the employee, but it can't do it because you're not there. You know what I mean? It's just like the clutch in the Z is also really easy to manage and live with. I haven't had any issues with the harshness. It's actually a smoother driving car in first gear compared to something like the Supra manual, rest in peace, right? But it's just, it's a peach. It's really easy to drive. It's not the easiest to drive manual because of all the power it has, but oh, they inched up. Could they have inched up this whole time? Okay, let's see if they're good. No, still not getting triggered by the speaker people. Hi, can I have a grande matcha latte, please?
Grande hot matcha?
Yes.
Anything else today?
That should do it.
Okay, 578.
Okay, thank you. Okay, cool. Wow, that was quick. Thank you so much. No problem. That was like the easiest thing ever. That was just as easy as the ATM we had a second ago. So, ooh, there's a nice, you see that old Carrera S there looking nice. And how is the 2 cup holder situation going right here? Well, as long as it's not more than like a 12-ounce can or cup, you should be okay. Like I can fit both cups in here. Oof, no problem. But if you're bringing like a big Yeti around, you're gonna have to rethink your cup game if you're daily driving this, if you are those big Yeti Stanley people. Daily driving a low to the ground coupe has its benefits and downfalls as well. And this is not just inherent, this is inherent to all coupes, not just the Z. Like, yes, the Z has its blind spots. So I used to own a Miata. Miata, you're even lower to the ground, but you can take the top off. So that fixes a lot of its restrictions with blind spots and reaching things or putting objects in the car. Anyways, shout out to the Miata. But like, if you think you have like a really good opportunity to cut around someone, oftentimes there's a car waiting right around the outside of the vehicle you're trying to pass. Okay, so that's one of the downfalls of being so low to the ground. You can't really see around cars nearly as well as if you were in an SUV or kind of a lifted sedan, for sure an SUV. Okay, so like a performance SUV, for example, I was in a lift, like it's not lifted, but it's lifted compared to this, a Audi S6 e-tron, words. And that vehicle was a lot easier to slay traffic than this. Obviously, on-demand power all the time. Not that this is lacking power, but electric power is like, you just splurt everywhere. It's so easy, and that one-pedal driving is just so easy. But that Audi S6 e-tron, even though it was a sedan liftback thing, since it was a BEV, it also sat really high off the ground. Well, that is compared to the Lucid Air I was also testing at the time. So it was just easier to actually daily drive a vehicle that's higher off the ground, because everything in America is a massive pickup truck or big SUVs. So daily driving a coupe, while fun and gorgeous, and you know, it's more engaging to drive, in terms of safety, you're not going to see or be seen quite as well. And in terms of maneuverability, while you have the edge in handling compared to everything, sometimes you just can't see around the cars around you, and that kind of sucks. Like, look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it in front of me. This is a Sierra GMC AEV AT4X. Like, this is one of the biggest stock pickup trucks I've ever seen. I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera, but like I can't really see around it. Oh, nice SC430 there, a little GV80. Like, this is one of the ritziest Costco's in the world here in Naples. And man, they're always fighting over the gas pumps. Then you have something like a Versa, you know, it's just kind of funny. So we're going to snake our way around the Costco parking lot. And that's, like I said, you're so low to the ground, then you have everyone stopping and going, something that's like can get annoying with a clutch and a manual transmission. But, you know, it's not too bad. Like I said, driving this manual is pretty easy here. Little Shih Tzu. I don't see anything in that lady's car. Okay, she has something, but yeah, the Shih Tzu was the star of that grocery cart. ID Buzz. Okay, this lady didn't even look. She just ran right onto the road. Okay, but yeah, the ID Buzz. What did they do with those decals on the side? That looks terrible. Oh my gosh, no one's even looking. No one's looking. That's the thing. This is not only Costco, but like, I know it's a running joke that boomers go to Costco, but like this guy, these people just don't care. They're like, oh, thank you. That's a sweet lady. It took a while, but she's the one. She's the boomer that you needed to marry. It's very kind of her. That's typically not the case down here at Costco, where it's like the worst of humanity comes out. It feels like it's always Black Friday down here. If you remember Black Friday of the 90s and 2000s, where people are just like killing each other over like a Tickle Me Elmo. Yeah, that's what Costco always feels like for me. And as much as I love going to Costco for its products, I typically like avoid it because Costco is just too busy, too cutthroat, too stressful. And let's just find a parking spot. All right, ooh, there's a nice Super Bee up there, scat pack sort of thing. And let's park it. Let's see if we can fit some toilet paper inside of the Z. Ah, there we go, but we still have some brewskis, some things to fit in the front seat. Honestly, with plenty of room to spare, this is the sort of thing, and look, even behind, but look at all this space back here that I didn't even have to use. That is absolutely insane how much space there is behind the seats. And of course it flows straight into the Bounty and the hatch area, which accommodates more things actually than I was expecting. Again, I'm used to coupe life in a Miata, and this thing is super sized in comparison. I'm telling you, these people are fighting in Costco right here. I'm not joking. People are fighting all the time. I have one more stop to make on the way home, and that is to pick up Gigi's antibiotics. Again, wish Gigi well. Poor thing. Very Costco, I hear alarms going off because people forgot where they parked their cars. You know, that could be me one day. I'm not judging it, you know, that you're using the technology to the best of your ability. I get it. All right. And we have someone in front of me jumping a car, and then there's a Tesla right here. And that's the thing about this backup camera. It's pretty bad. And I actually need AC because even though it's like 50 degrees here, in Florida, the sun is still brutal. Okay, so let's get that AC going. Let's crank it. And the great thing about this climate control as well, it's manual. But it does have an auto feature. Like I could just put on auto right here and then just adjust the temperature, just crank it to cold. And then put this on auto as well, so it can direct the fan speed in the right spot. So I love it. It's one of the best climate controls out there. The triple knob, oh, it's so good. It even tells like Honda, like this is better than Honda's. It's unfortunate that this sort of triple rotary dial climate control is locked away in a Nissan Z. Oh, there's its chief rival, the Supra, looking good in red over there. Again, I doubt you can see it. Let's summarize this, and let's turn down maybe the fan speed a little bit. Let's summarize the Z as we pull out of crazy parking lots here, where Aldi combines with Costco and combines with Dick's Sporting Goods. It's a lovely place to be, especially this time of year. Anyways, Nissan Z as a daily driver, no problem. Honestly, and even easier if you decide to get with the automatic, because you're not gonna have to worry about clutch situation or clutch and go on and off in stop and go traffic or you know, parking lot situations either. But to me, the Z, what makes the Z so special is the connection you can have with it in a manual transmission. I just realized the chips are in frame. That's just the reality of the situation right now. I forgot that I had my matcha, which stayed warm because the blazing sun. Oh, hello, green. I don't want to drive too crazy because all the groceries I have. Oh, one of the few areas that we have turns here in Naples. Love the Z. It is actually a really good daily driver. It's not too low to the ground, even though I explained some of the issues being low to the ground, seeing around traffic and traffic seeing you, like that Cadillac there. Did not trust that. Come on, Tesla, come on. Oh, nope, because of that, what is that, a GLK or whatever those things are? The GLK and the RX. Everybody doing U-turns right now. Don't hit me, Corolla. There's so much power. It's so fun. This car is so fun. I love it. I'd be putting better rubber on it as fast as I could. But you know, it is cold weather, so it is, you know, I'm honestly not that used to driving with cold tires anymore since I moved from Nebraska to Florida. You're dealing with cold tires all the time back north, except, you know, the summer. You guys know what I mean. What would I rather have as a daily driver, this or a Miata? I want them both. They're both two of my favorite coupes on the market. They're so fun to drive, so much character, so cute, I guess you could say, cutesy. Both made in Japan, both engaging, both have a little bit of a raw nature to them. One just has 400 horsepower, the other one has like less than 200. So it's just like, you know, they both have their strengths and weaknesses. It would be amazing if this generation of Z, like the last generation, had a drop top. Nissan's a little bit strapped for cash, so don't expect a drop top Z coming anytime soon, because then I could fit even weirder things in here. I remember fitting like office chairs in my Miata's front seat because there is no roof. Anyways, let me know if you want to see more of these. What's it like to daily? Can you use these cars as a daily? Do you appreciate that? Do you want to see more of this content? I think, what was that guy doing out of his Kia Soul at the stoplight? Oh man, it's just this time of year. But if you appreciate this sort of genre, you know, what's it like to live with sort of thing, like how Miles does it, if you want me to do it. It's not that I'm like trying to ride on his coattails, but honestly, I just reviewed the Nissan Z like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, not that long after, maybe a little bit longer, but I've already reviewed it this year. It was a 25, this is a 26 model. So I'm like, I can't do the same review because I've already done it. It was a blue model too, but it had the blue interior. That was a freak build. This one has the more regular black interior. But since I reviewed it already, I'm like, why review it again? It already is S tier on my spreadsheet. It's in one of my favorite vehicles out on the market. I'm like, well, what's it like to live with? And hopefully this painted a good enough picture that is actually pretty easy to live with. Especially like all the stuff I picked up was like for a big family. Get some groceries, got some brewskis, which is it's a grocery item. I got some gifts for the kids for Christmas. So it is far more versatile than you would think it would be. But if you need to haul people regularly, not the best only car. This would be a great like secondary car if you have to haul people all the time. And the great combination would be the Armada. Give me an Armada for my daily, or an El Grande, but we can't get the El Grande stateside. That hurts me to say. Rest in peace, Nissan Quest. If we could, and so you just, yeah, but have a big body and frame SUV like the Armada for the family hauling, for the grocery getting, and then this would be your weekend vehicle, or one for the wife. Maybe your wife wants the Z, and you're like, hey, give me the Pro 4X Armada. I mean, Nissan has some of my favorite vehicles on the market, despite Nissan having a bad rap with CVTs. This doesn't have a CVT. The Armada does not have a CVT. They both have twin turbo V6s, and they are incredible engines and incredibly executed vehicles that they exist in as well. Well, I'll see you guys in the comments. Stay tuned for more, and thank you so much for you know, lasting this long. I got to head to the pharmacy and pick up Gigi's antibiotics, so wish her well. I'll show her all the love that she's getting in the comments down below. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day. Stay healthy out there, and peace. Oh, Blue Z right there. Are you kidding me? What a great way to end the video. I was just saying, you never see these things. I never see them on the road, and I see a carbon copy of this model. What are you talking about? All right, move it 60 mile per gallon Camry. Ooh, a wagon Mercedes too. All right, I gotta shut it down. A little bonus content here. This car cools off amazingly well for 2 reasons. AC gets ice cold in here. Okay, so maybe 3 reasons. Ice cold AC. I know it's not that hot like I mentioned, but you have that. You have a small cabin, but maybe most importantly, look at the location of the vents. In modern cars, everyone slams the vents all the way down here because they want to prioritize the touchscreen being up high, close to your visibility, all that stuff. And even the door vent over here is really high, and it's not getting trapped by the steering wheel, which happens in just about every single car out there. So amazing cooling performance from these vents and the AC system here.